The notion that science is satanic and deceptive to faithful Christians is a perspective that is being perpetuated by some individuals who believe that the pursuit of scientific knowledge is inherently at odds with Christian values. This line of thinking suggests that science is an attempt to usurp God's authority and undermine the teachings of the Bible. Proponents of this view often argue that science is based on human reasoning and observation, which they believe is flawed and prone to error, whereas the Bible is seen as the infallible word of God. One of the primary concerns of those who believe that science is satanic is the theory of evolution. They argue that evolution is a flawed and unproven theory that contradicts the biblical account of creation. They claim that the idea of humans evolving from apes is an affront to the notion that humans are created in the image of God, and that it undermines the concept of humanity's special place in the world. However, this perspective neglects the fact that evolution is a well-supported scientific theory that has been extensively tested and validated through various fields of study, including biology, genetics, and paleontology. Moreover, the argument that science is satanic often relies on a false dichotomy between faith and reason. It assumes that one cannot be a Christian and also accept the findings of science, or that science is somehow antithetical to faith. However, many scientists and Christians would argue that science and faith are not mutually exclusive, but rather complementary ways of understanding the world. Science can provide insights into the natural world, while faith can provide a deeper understanding of the human experience and our place in the world. Another issue with the notion that science is satanic is that it often relies on a simplistic and literal interpretation of the Bible. While the Bible is a complex and multifaceted text that has been interpreted in many different ways throughout history, some individuals insist on interpreting it in a literal and absolute sense. This approach neglects the fact that the Bible is a product of its historical and cultural context, and that its language and symbolism must be understood within that context. Furthermore, it ignores the many passages in the Bible that encourage humans to seek knowledge and understanding, such as Proverbs 1:7, which states that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. In addition, the claim that science is lying to faithful Christians is often based on a misunderstanding of the scientific method and the nature of scientific inquiry. Science is not a monolithic entity that seeks to deceive or manipulate people, but rather a process of questioning, testing, and refining our understanding of the world. Scientists are not trying to undermine Christian values or promote a particular ideology, but rather seeking to understand the world through observation, experimentation, and evidence-based reasoning. Ultimately, the notion that science is satanic and deceptive to faithful Christians is a misguided and unfounded perspective that neglects the complexities and nuances of both science and Christianity. Rather than pitting science and faith against each other, we should seek to understand and appreciate the ways in which they can complement and inform each other. By embracing a more nuanced and multifaceted understanding of the world, we can work towards a more inclusive and respectful dialogue between science and faith, and promote a deeper understanding of the human experience.